It's the 10th of December. I'm one of your hosts, Charlie, joined as always by the ultimate good brother, Duke. And we are talking today the Golden Globe and Critics' Choice Awards nominations. And as of right now, as of this exact moment, there are 12 movies fighting for 3 spots at the Oscars. There are 7 locks. There are 12 movies fighting for 3 spots. And genuinely, you're not going to find 2 lists predicting the same. That is the excitement we're talking about today. Duke, this was the tip of the iceberg, if you will, really for the next couple weeks until we start getting into the guilds and seeing what they're all thinking. But today with the Golden Globes and Critics' Choice, stuff's starting to become a little clear. What are you feeling right now?
I'm excited because we were wondering, is it going to be like this time last year where it felt like every fucking time something new came out, it was fucking chaos because no one knew what was winning anything. So,
yeah.
And we're kind of there again, and that's a really great place to be. That really shows a really healthy spot for at least the incredibly creative, incredibly artistic, incredibly, I don't know, I always use the term avant-garde, but I'm sure there's a better term than that that's not so pejorative or whatever, because I feel like people use that as a pejorative now. I'm just feeling like we're in a really good place right now, and because of the way that things have worked out this year, we have seen most of what we need to have seen at this point. We are waiting on the last couple of things to come out, basically, at this point, and we've pretty much seen a majority of what we're going to see for this award season at this point. And I didn't mean to ramble this long at the beginning intro bit here, but I feel like I am starting to understand a little bit more what the critics and some of the awards, bodies are starting to sort of be thinking in their minds. I don't think there's a clear, I think you'll agree with this, like hive mind across all of the awards or anything of any certain ideas. There are certain movies that are kind of at the top, but even those movies are missing on some things. So it's like
everything is vastly different once you get past this top 7.
Agreed.
Like
and
no one knows.
Yes,
and just if people
7,
are
yeah.
wondering what that top 7 is, as of December 10th, One Battle After Another, Hamnet, Sinners, Sentimental Value, Marty Supreme, Frankenstein, and It Was Just an Accident. I think you can officially lock all 7 of those in and feel comfortable with it. And that's 2 Neon movies, 2 Warner Bros. Movies, Netflix, Focus Features, and A24. So as we get through these nominations today, and we'll kind of discuss these 12 other potential films that are vying for those last 3 spots, which is way wider than last year, by the way. Way wider for those of you guys wondering. It was like 6 or 7 movies at this point last year fighting for the last 2 spots. So it's a lot more open right now, and it leaves room to be excited, to say the least. So I guess that being said, Duke, let's just jump right in, and we're going to start off today with the Golden Globe nominations, and we're going to go to Best Motion Picture Drama, where we had Frankenstein, Hamnet, It Was Just an Accident, The Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, and Sinners. That is 3 Neon movies. I think the biggest note here is people are loving The Secret Agent. They are
and not just people. Awards bodies are loving The Secret Agent.
And the Golden Globes is global.
This is like the 3rd nomination it's gotten in the last month or something like that.
So it hitting on drama here was a big hit. All the others make sense with everything we've been following. It's nice to see It Was Just an Accident getting some love again, but no real shocks here other than it's time to move Secret Agent up your list, guys. It's really time. Like, if you've been kind of waiting because it's kind of popped up a little late, it didn't get any of the big awards it can other than Wagner Moore getting the actor.
The other significant thing is I do think this super solidifies It Was Just an Accident. I mean, we've thought of it that way for a while, but the amount of times that it's now been nominated, it's got to be a lock, at least in some people's shortlist for the Oscar nomination.
Even if it's at number 7, it's time to lock it in.
100%.
Like, you should be able to feel pretty safe right now with It Was Just an Accident if you're doing predictions for the Oscars.
If you're like, oh, what should I actually see because they're going to be nominated? Like, if you're that kind of viewer, that's one of them you should probably see. I would say.
At the end
see
of
all of them, but just see that one especially.
No kidding.
That's the one that you're going to need to see probably, and it might not be as easy to see as some of the others. So,
at the end of this, I'll kind of go over our list and see where we're at for our remaining 3, because it's going to look a lot different than other people's, because that's just the way it is right now. So, Best Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy. This is the one that lit the world on fire. You ready for this? We're going to just start it off by saying no Wicked, no Jay Kelly, no Testament of Ann Lee. Huh? What got in? Blue Moon, Begonia, Marty Supreme, No Other Choice, Nouvelle Vague, and One Battle After Another. They voted the French musical over Wicked. Blue Moon, which most people didn't even consider for Best Picture. They just considered the Ethan Hawke performance. Got in over Jay Kelly. You could argue that's kind of the similar one. And then, so, and Testament of Ann Lee missing here is fucking crucial. These movies
it is
needed
missed
it.
two massive ones. That movie. I don't want to say anything's dead because it's never dead this early, but it's on
moving
life
down
support.
the list.
It is on life support. I'll say that much.
Definitely.
It needs the fucking defibrillator now.
It needs to have a big release and people to get behind her as best lead actress.
And that will happen. I mean, that's what happened. The Brewer List started to lose momentum before a lot of people had seen it too. Remember?
Again, it's Searchlight. It's Fox. They're gonna push something.
Yes, 100%.
So if they just push her for best actress and that she gets in for that, so on and so forth. But Duke, we recently saw Blue Moon. We both really liked the movie. I had no idea it would beat out Jay Kelly, Ann Lee, and Wicked for a spot.
Yeah, I don't know if it should beat out those movies. That's a conversation I'm going to have with myself in my head after looking at this list. But I mean, but I do think Blue Moon, we talk with only 7 locked right now. It could be 8, 9, or 10. That is a possibility. We don't know what.
Added it. That's why the number's up so high, because I think you have to add Blue Moon and Nouvelle Vague to your list of potentially getting in.
Yeah, it's one that you have to consider now. This is huge. I mean, these aren't small shows, Golden Globes is usually, it's not a precursor necessarily. It can sometimes be very, varied from the Oscars. But I mean, because of the whole foreign press, sort of it being more majority of that or whatever. But I mean, that doesn't mean that this can't get you momentum going toward the Oscars, even if they're thinking something completely different, One nomination like this will not get you there, but it's a really good start for Blue Moon. Now, Begonia.
The Golden Globes gets credit for I'm Still Here from last year, which made a run to getting into Best Picture. So Marty Supreme, One Battle, those are the expected.
Of course.
But in terms of checking boxes, Begonia, they got to be happy to beat Jay Kelly, Wicked, and Testament of Ann Lee. And No Other Choice, definitely got to be happy to beat those.
If you're Begonia, you got to start pushing for Best Picture now. 1,000,000%.
Because at this point, and we saw Brother Bro,
which they probably already are. Let's be real, they probably are. But now you really got to hammer it down. You got to really go for it. Because this is huge. I mean, this is massive for Begonia.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm ready to shift it above Jay Kelly in the rankings because this is international voting, but I got to tell you, it's closer now. We got to wait to see what the guilds think of Jay Kelly. That's why you can't just be like, Jay Kelly. It's Noah Baumbach. It's a movie that people in Hollywood are loving. It's a fantastic fucking movie. We've seen it and we did a review on it. So it's a great movie. But I think if you're not putting Begonia around those freaking high spots, you got to start really thinking about it because it's doing what it needs to do, checking boxes along the way. So yeah. So excited to see some of these other ones like Nouvelle Vague.
How is it? Nouvelle Vague? Is that how you pronounce it? How do you pronounce it?
It's Nouvelle Vague, Nouvelle Vague. It's a French.
I mean, look, it's on Netflix.
Linkletter movie.
We might have to just at least peek in and see what's going on.
It's another movie from Cannes that when we covered Cannes, it didn't even get a lot of love then.
Yeah,
but hey, that's the thing. You never.
I knew I recognized it from somewhere, so it was our Cannes coverage. I knew I'd heard it, the name somewhere, and I was like, it feels like one of those ones that was so dead in the water we just didn't even think about it. Which I guess
at this point in the year, when you go back and look at our Cannes coverage, you're
like this every year, doesn't it? Though, where you hear about it at the beginning and you're like, oh, this is nothing, and then you move on and it's nothing, and then you get to awards time and you're like, why is this getting nominated? What the literally
2 Richard Linklater movies. So with Blue Moon and Nouvelle Vague. So
good year for that guy. Damn.
Yeah. Best motion picture animated, we have Arco, Neon, Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba Infinity Castle, anime, Elio.
You
Disney.
nailed that pronunciation, by the way. I don't know how you nailed that so well, but
I'll fucking take it. K-pop Demon Hunters, Little, and the guy fucking doing the award show, he was like, Little Am I Lie? No, Little Amelie, or the character of Rain, and then Zootopia 2. no real shock here, but it's just further confirmation that like Scarlet's dead. That one, it was getting so much hype. I remember like 3-4 months ago
How
because of
sad
who's
is this
making
category, by the way? The Zootopia 2 just came out. I don't care how good it is. There's no way it's beating out half the crap in this category before it came out. There's no way.
Who knows?
Like, that's so sad for so many of those random ass foreign animated movies that could have been in this category. This was like, got Zootopia, bitch. Damn.
Two Disney ones. But it shows the quality of the movies this year. They were fucking high. So, like Zootopia 2, 92% Rotten Tomatoes, you know?
And since Disney does the Oscars, don't expect anything different there.
They'll make it happen. So, but I think there were a lot of these animated ones that had a lot of hype early on. There's another one other than Scarlet, and it just kind of fucking shit the bed. That Chinese one, Nazi 2, the one that, you know, made like $2 billion or whatever. It's not on here, but we haven't really been seeing that pop up anywhere. So yeah, I don't know what to do with that.
How impressive is a $1 billion movie in China, I wonder?
Yeah, I don't know. Niza 2 or whatever it's called. But so yeah, I mean, it's hard, right? I think you're still for the Oscars right now. K-pop, Zootopia, Elio, Arco, and Little Amelie are your 5. But it is worth mentioning Demon Slayer. I think it could end up sliding in. So, but I think your 5 are still pretty comfortable, and all 5 of them check that box. So, just not too much there. We both have only seen K-pop Demon Hunter, so Arco does sound pretty neat though, and I didn't know Neon got into animation, so that's fucking neat. Cinematic and box office, don't need to talk about that. Best motion picture non-English language. Oh, buddy, they fucking got it. And I truly believe they nailed this. So, Neon, it was just an accident. Neon, no other choice. Neon, the secret agent. Neon, sentimental value. Neon, Surratt. And then Willa, the voice of Heinrich Schaub. These are the 6 that have been kind of on our radar all year. So, is it time everyone just starts accepting Neon as their favorite fucking distributor? Have they beat out A24 at this point as like kind of the film fan favorite? Like, fucking 5 Neon foreign language movies? Are we serious? And they won last year with fucking Anora, right? So, jeez, dude.
If anybody's making, like, if there was a to use a wrestling analogy, like a brass ring that you were reaching for in movie, like the movies being nominated for like fucking awards type shit as like a studio, Neon is the one reaching for that right now by a mile. I mean, they seem to hit on fucking everything. They don't always get everything they bid on, but the stuff they get, man, they fucking nail it on. It's kind of insane. It's almost unfair to the other studios sometimes, but hey, Neon is Neon.
Absolutely. And the voice of Heinrich Schaub, that won, what's it called? That won the grand jury prize at Venice this year. Notice we haven't seen the movie that won the Golden Lion pop up anywhere. That father, mother, sister, brother. People were pissed when that won, and we haven't seen it pop up anywhere. So, worth noting that. So, mainly the voice of Heinrich Schaub is kind of the one that was everyone's favorite from Venice. It's nice to see that popping up here. And it's just an awesome story. So
that kind of fits with what we heard about the Golden Lion last year too. It's either a direct predictor or it's completely off base, and it's one of the two. It's neither. It's never like, oh, this could be. No, it's usually something completely off the wall, or it's whatever's going to be really strong throughout the year. And they just didn't go that way this year, it turns out.
Yeah, and this is the kind of movie it's one of those stories that I think a lot of people need to hear, and it needs to be put on their radar of what happened with Heinrich Schaub. So I like that it got this nomination, that it will be at the Globes. So what do we got here?
It still speaks me around. It was just an accident. France.
Yeah. Best performance by a female actor in a motion picture drama. So this went, for the most part, kind of what was expected here. Jessie Buckley, Hamnet. Jennifer Lawrence, Die My Love. Renee Rines, Sentimental Value. And then you have the other 3, right? Of really, Jessie and Renee are kind of the 2 that are the Oscars as of right now. But other people are going to start making pushes. Julia Roberts, After the Hunt, that is that movie's only fucking saving grace still. Tessa Thompson Hedda. Guys, Tessa Thompson is really starting to get nominated where it matters. And then a round of applause to Eva Victor for Sorry Baby.
Huge.
Fuck yes, dude. Love that nomination.
We've said this for a while. While we recognize that Jessie Buckley did something incredible in Hamnet, right? For us, for a while, this Eva Victor performance has been it, you know? And
it's easily still one of my favorites of the year.
I'm telling you, if this gets in, dude, it's gonna be a conversation we have to have, because you don't remember the things we were saying when we saw this movie, dude. We already knew what Jessie Buckley was, because we knew that there was already hype around it, and we were saying that stuff then, and we knew we were gonna probably regret it later. But like, the reality is, the fact that it's being recognized now, we were onto something, dude. That's gonna be
but it's more or less a recognition finally of her even getting the nomination. Is so nice.
This to me sniffs this. I'm sniffing this being a fucking huge thing right now. This is not gonna not matter.
I hope so.
Dude, the fact that it happened at all.
When we get into this, when we get into the other one, the comedy musical, I don't know where she beats a lot of these guys, these ladies, I should say. So, but yeah, that's drama. But first off, ballsy to submit Sorry Baby for drama, because that was under the comedy musical for a long time, and that there was confirmation from Gold Derby that it was submitted for drama. So that's cool. The next one, couple nice ones here. Best performance by a male actor in a motion picture drama. Joel Edgerton for Train Dreams, checking a box. Oscar Isaac, Frankenstein, finally starting to pop up. People weren't sure if that was going to be, something that would happen on these 6 slots. Well, really 12 slots where you get nominated. Dwayne Johnson, The Smashing Machine. Good for Dwayne. Michael B. Jordan, Sinners. Wagner Moore, The Secret Agent. Jeremy Allen White, Springsteen. Duke, I'm calling it now.
Yeah.
Wagner's winning this.
He's probably winning this, yeah, I would say.
And that could be the push. It's time to start an agenda.
Seeing? And we'll get more into it with critics as well. But like, what I'm seeing right now, and I'm realizing this having just reviewed both lists before we did this, because I wanted to like have off the top of my head like have an idea of where I was thinking with a lot of these categories. Joel, Oscar, and fucking Wagner, and probably Jeremy Allen White and Michael B. They're all checking a lot of boxes right now. And you start checking that many boxes, and it starts to be a bit difficult to get you out. I know we're still early, like I was saying, but like these are very consistently the same 4 or 5 guys are getting into a lot of these. And Joel is getting into enough of them now where I think he gets in. I don't know if Oscar does, but Oscar's starting to tick enough boxes. That's all it's going to take. And Wagner is a lock. He is in this category, and every award show will have Wagner Moore. If they don't, I will be mind blown unless they split it by like.
It's time to start rallying behind this guy. I think that this Brazilian actor too, like we're starting to really see the tea leaves. It's time to start locking him into the 5. I do agree with that.
100%, yeah. And Michael B's probably pretty fucking definitively locked at this point, because he's even getting on the things that fucking Leo isn't. You know what I mean? So it's like that to me is so significant. Like
it really is. Best performance by a female actor in a motion picture, musical, or comedy. Rose Byrne, If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. Cynthia Erivo, Wicked for Good. Kate Hudson, Song Sung Blue. Chase Infinity, One Battle After Another. Amanda Seyfried, The Testament of Anne Lee. And Emma Stone, Begonia. This is an absolute gauntlet of a category.
So I'm interested
realistically,
why they chose
all 6
to run
of these.
Chase Infinity here, because they could run her in drama, I feel like.
No, One Battle's a comedy. They listed it as comedy.
Really? Okay, that's interesting. I mean, I guess there is
One Battle
moments
ran as comedy.
So I mean, I guess I don't think of it as a comedy. I get that, though.
That's the Globes for you.
Yeah,
Getting as many movies as they can in. But
I know.
This is a gauntlet, though.
Oh yeah, good luck.
I think all 6 of these are awesome.
Could they give this to Cynthia? Just fuck it, we ball. Is that possible?
What I think happens here is I think
Emma Stone. They like the award Emma Stone shit.
Well, what I think's happening right now is Jessie Buckley is the clear number 1, but I think Rose Byrne has separated herself as the clear number 2.
And they want to give her an award as this as well. Yeah, okay.
Because Rose Byrne she's already, as of today, she's won the LA Critics, the New York Critics, NBR, and the TFCA. Rose Byrne is cleaning
they're teeing up to give them both the awards here since they don't want to have to pick. I mean, that's fair,
And it would make sense, too, if you got them both here. You take that momentum going into the Oscars. If, for example, I think that it's going to be a lot
And
of
they can
stuff
even
with
claim
that.
we didn't even affect the Oscar because we gave them both an award. So technically, we didn't even affect it because they both have the same amount of momentum in theory coming out of this. Now, granted, you probably do feel a little bit better winning drama than you do, but if it's the way you were submitted, it's the way you were submitted. You can't really care about that, like.
And that's why in the previous category we talked about, if Michael B. Jordan picks up that win, well, now you know where a lot of people are feeling with him. He might really have a chance to start. He could win the Oscar then. Like at that point, if he starts picking up important wins, right? It's got to keep that eye open. Well, the last performance here, best performance by a male actor in a motion picture, Timothée Chalamet, George Clooney, Leonardo DiCaprio. My bad, I should be saying the movies, but Ethan Hawke, Blue Moon, Lee Byung-hun, No Other Choice, and Jesse Plemons, Begonia. This is the other gauntlet. All 6 of these are fucking great performances and huge. All 6 of these are vying for the Oscar. This is a fucking
and 4 of the 12,
gauntlet.
No, so 2 of the 12 can't possibly get in. So, I mean, by that I mean just physically because of the Oscars only has 10. So,
yeah, only has 5.
Oh, shit! You're right. Yeah, you're right. Shit.
So yeah.
So like 8 of these can't get in. Possibly.
So what most people are going to see when
theory.
they look immediately at this is Leo versus Timothy. But guys, Ethan Hawke has some serious potential here. Jesse Plemons.
How many people have seen No Other Choice?
Well, that's what I was going to say. If Jesse Plemons, people, if they really like Begonia, keep an eye out for that. Jay Clooney, we already know how they feel about that. He's probably number 6 in this. They didn't even nominate Jay Kelly, right? But then Lee Byung-hun, there are people that are rallying behind this performance here. So if it's not just Leo versus Timothy, those 2 are going to be in for the Academy Award. So if you take those 2 aside and you actually, maybe someone else has a shot, because maybe that's how it wants to feel, right? Maybe people want to have this opportunity to nominate Ethan, to reward Ethan Hawke. Maybe they want to have this opportunity to reward Lee Byung-hun. So, I don't know, Duke. I see these 6 names and I'm like, what a fucking year.
Yeah, I know, right? And to think that like half of these people can't even possibly be in Oscar consideration because of how many people they nominated across the 2 categories of drama and musical, So it's like, good luck.
It's unbelievable. I think right now, the 5 for actor, as of today, actually, we'll say that shit after we do Critics' Choice.
Sure.
I'll do that.
Because it's going to be a little bit clearer after that, probably.
Yep. Best performance by a female actor in a supporting role. So this is a supporting role was not broken up. It's just 6 for each male and female. Emily Blunt, The Smashing Machine. Whoa. Elle Fanning, Sentimental Value. Ariana Grande, Wicked for Good. Engabe's daughter, Lilius, for Sentimental Value. Amy Madigan, Weapons. Tiana Taylor, One Battle After Another. Duke, I want to toss it to you right away. We've talked a lot about, do other people believe in Amy Madigan as much as we do? If this last week's taught us anything.
Right. I think that the huge thing here, and we'll talk about this more, not to spoil Critics, but I will a little bit just to say that we'll talk about it a little bit more with Critics as well, that I think we had seen her win once, right? I believe she won something, right? And then
NYFCC, so the New York Film Critics' Choice.
Right, which I don't think we got like nominations for before it happened. They just did that or whatever, right?
Yeah. And she also won Atlanta.
And she won Atlanta. So she won 2 of the ones that we didn't hear, like who they were considering to just award or whatever. And she's won 2 already. So that helps you a lot. But you can win those. We don't know what's actually happening behind the closed doors awards because they're just awards. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just one small critic group.
You might win it. Agreed. Yeah. So these nominations are massive. You don't just get these. You don't just throw these in there because, we really liked Amy and Weapons was cool and we want to make sure. No. You don't do that here. You can do that here, but you usually, I don't think they do because look at the other people in the category. I mean, it's not like this is a fucking, it's not like one of these things. It's not like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like that at all. This is a quality performance. And I'm going to say the same thing. And I'm going to keep saying it over and over again until this movie maybe fucking wins supporting actress.
It's got a damn good chance right now.
The only reason why you would put this performance on this level is because of the thing I've been saying. It is a horror movie, a high concept horror movie. Am I crazy to say that?
It definitely is
a high concept horror movie with a kind of out there villain. If you really think about it, it's a pretty tried and true type of villain, but the way they present Amy Madigan in that movie is not like you present most horror movie villains. And it has to have her performance not just work, but it has to work and continue to put the fear of God in you, what's going to happen to those kids in that movie. Otherwise, the movie completely falls apart, and the ending is completely meaningless, you know?
Oh, God, yeah.
We talk about weird endings this year. That ending, if we didn't have the character that we have from Amy Madigan, I don't know what the fuck that ending is at that point. It might have a different ending, to be honest with you, you know? So
at this point in time, is it time to put up the absolute warning, fucking sound the alarm shots for both of the Marty Supreme girls, Odessa Azion, and then Gwyneth Paltrow? Is it time to just...
They haven't gotten a single nomination, have they?
Only AARP.
So, yeah, I mean, it definitely is... I mean, yeah, nothing's dead until it's dead, because there was something like that last year, right? Someone who we thought was for sure not getting in.
There's like so many people that are getting so much more momentum over them. Even Wunmi Musaku, who wasn't named here, but we'll talk about her in a little bit, because she was at Critics. It's just like...
Yeah.
Emily Blunt beating you out, who wasn't on anyone's radar. I don't know, man.
That's a pretty bad sign. Yeah, it's not great.
I mean, people thought that performance was over fucking when they saw the movie.
Even if we think Amy Madigan's performance is on this level, there's probably a lot of people out there that don't. So that's, to some people, is going to signal that as well. Because even if we like the performance, maybe that's not considered in some people's minds on that level, and it's beating her out as well, or beating them out, I should say, as well. You know,
yeah.
So it's not a good sign.
I think it's so crucial that Amy is getting nominated at these spots, because I think that's just further emphasizing her, Tiana Taylor, and Inga.
To her in a minute. Just to let us get through the rest of the Globes first. But yeah, that's wow. What a huge.
This was a big step.
Tiana is really starting to solidify herself too.
Yep. She's for sure the main supporting of this movie. I think that's going to get of the female. So
Inga,
I think she's fine.
Inga is constantly relevant. Keep eyes on Inga.
Yeah, I think she plays the mom in the movie, and everyone's like, yeah, that's the best mom performance I've ever seen. So,
hey, people love their moms, so, you know.
That seems to be, I'm already seeing, people started rallying a little bit behind Monica Barbaro after watching A Complete Unknown, as we are guilty as charged. It seems to be a similar thing with Inga, being like, how good is this performance? Yeah, this is the best. So,
all right,
wide open category. Yeah, wide open category. Best performance by a male actor in a supporting role. And this is as chalked as it gets. Benicio del Toro, Jacob Elordi, Paul Mescal, Sean Penn, Adam Sandler, Stellan Skarsgård. That is your solidified top 6 across the board.
Now, based on what's happened so far, I mean, lock it up for Benicio. He's winning. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 events so far.
But don't get it twisted. He could do all that, win everything, this Globes, everything, this Critics, everything, and then Jacob Elordi wins the Oscar. That could happen.
Could happen. It could happen. I think we have a significant top 6 here.
Insert Paul Mescal, Sean Penn, Adams. It could win the Oscar. You know what I'm saying? So it could be that there's secretly a performance that's actually going to win the Oscar the whole time, but they keep giving it to Benicio because everybody loves fucking A Few Small Beers so much, So I don't know.
Yeah, at this point, maybe if Sinners is winning Best Picture, Delroy Lindo sneaks back into here, but I think the only other guy that has a outside shot in hell of breaking this top 6 is Andrew Scott. But I think 5 of these 6 will be your Academy Award nominees. So I feel very confident about all these. This is one we've actually, I was going to say we have seen all of them, but we haven't seen Sentimental Value. So, but we've seen 5 of the 6. They're all
so
great.
Close. Though. So, the ones we've seen, I think. I imagine Stellan will be great because he's a phenomenal actor. I don't know if he's going to boot me off of any of these other performances because I think all 5 of the other ones are pretty fucking stellar. So it's at that point, it just becomes further chalked, as you said. So at that point, I guess is a good way to put it. Any of these guys winning, you'd be okay with, right? I'm pretty sure. Right?
God, yeah.
They're all phenomenal performances.
They're all phenomenal. and it makes sense. They've solidified themselves. So
yes,
if we see anyone break through now, mainly Andrew Scott is the one I would keep an eye out for. It'll be impressive. So
100% because of how chalked it is. And then that would make it even
more
a little
bit of a surprise here.
Yeah, here we go.
In Best Director. So our normal 5 has for the most part been Paul Thomas Anderson, Ryan Coogler, Jafar Panahi, Joaquin Trier, Chloe Zhao. And pretty much everyone's just always assumed number 6 is either Josh Safdie maybe Noah, and then maybe Guillermo.
Guillermo was always
took the
my
sixth
assumption.
spot.
He feels like he's
Guillermo took the sixth spot here. And you know why this is big? Because I think Marty Supreme has been failing at a lot of these certain spots, right? It hasn't been doing as well as people thought it would.
Multiple foreign films in Best Director usually?
Yeah. I think we had 2 last year, didn't we?
Did we?
So,
we might have. I don't know.
But Jafar Panahi, Joachim Trier, Joachim Trier, Zhao Sinners, or Zhao Kugler and PTA seems to be a really safe 5. But man, if people are loving Guillermo, keep an eye out. So
he's always a really strong contender for Best Director.
Yeah, damn right he is. But
and that movie he directed this year, by the way, was very much a directorial effort. I'm not saying that they didn't deliver in the other places, but that movie doesn't work without its director knowing what the fuck they want.
Are you concerned at all about Safdie missing this?
I need to see that movie.
Should the Marty Supreme super fans be concerned right now?
I need to see the movie to know if his directing job is what makes that movie or not. I don't know, because there are movies.
But even beyond that, beyond that, him losing to Guillermo, I mean, is he number 7?
I don't
Maybe
think
number
losing
8?
to Guillermo matters at all because he's just so damn good. He's been nominated for this probably several times. I would have to look at the record books to know for sure, but I know he's at least in most people's minds one of the best directors in the world. So at least most people that are talking about these things, I would say, So I mean.
So they combine.
I'm taking everything with a bucket full of salt until we get closer because it's everything is so up in the air.
What do the guilds think of Marty Supreme?
I need to see Marty. I really need to see Marty to know because that might end up being my favorite movie this year. We don't know,
Yeah, never know. So they combine screenplay at the Globes. So you're left with this insane category here of One Battle After Another, Paul Thomas Anderson, Marty Supreme, Ronald Bronstein, Josh Safdie, Sinners, Ryan Coogler, It Was Just an Accident, Jafar Panahi, Sentimental Value, Eskil Vogt and Joachim Trier, and then Hamnet, Chloe Zhao and Maggie O'Farrell. So,
yeah. Now, this is going to sound interesting. From this group, I think the strongest contenders, assuming Marty Supreme isn't just an insane screenplay, which it might be, I think your best contenders are fucking Sinners and fucking Hamnet, honestly.
It could be. I just still think Paul Thomas Anderson's going to pick up wins and not stop, but it hasn't really happened yet, so I don't know.
That's why I'm agreeing with you. He should be winning screenplay all over the place because that is such a well-written movie, but it's like he's not.
I guess he technically
unless
has
that starts
been,
picking up.
Train Dreams won NBR. That's the only one he didn't win, but so he has been winning some. So, but in a lot of them where they're combining it, Jafar Panahi's been picking up wins. Sinners has been doing really well. So, yeah, this is gonna be a hard one to predict because this award show's coming up quick too. It's early January. So, best original score we had Frankenstein, Sinners, One Battle After Another, Seurat, Hamnet, and F1. Whoa. Okay, so.
Somebody started the F1 agenda hard this week. Jesus.
F1 agenda is in full swing, and Seurat getting in here as a nice underdog. Awesome to see that. No Marty Supreme. Whoa. No Begonia. Again, we thought with how the nominations were going for Begonia, maybe this was another spot. Not the case. I don't know, Duke. I think it's really time to start.
That could be a weird one where F1's just holding place there because they don't know what that next movie, like what that 4th or 5th movie is right now, and maybe it does end up being Begonia because Begonia is very. I mean, there's multiple moments throughout that movie where the score is like everything. So you talk about the bike riding, riding the bike. But how about the opening 5-10 minutes of the movie? Where fucking we first get introduced to Jesus Christ. Oh, I can't think of her fucking name. She's nominated. God damn it. Emma Stone's character. And she's fucking got that insane fucking villainous music behind her, dude. What?
Again, just another maybe warning shot for Marty Supreme not doing as well in the text as they were previously thinking. But Hans Zimmer, he's keeping an eye out for that Oscar, man. Holy shit.
They do like to give Hans Zimmer Oscars. That is a thing.
Best original
nominations,
song.
At least.
Dream as One, Avatar, Fire and Ash. That is the Miley Cyrus song that plays during the credits. Golden, K-pop Demon Hunters. I Lied to You, Sinners. No Place Like Home, Wicked. That's the other Wicked song. The Girl in the Bubble, Wicked, and then Train Dreams by Train Dreams. So 2 Wicked songs getting in here is surprising because up until this point, No Place Like Home has kind of been completely left alone. Like it got the HCA, but that was it. MMA, the winners were Dear Me by Diane Warren, Golden by K-Pop Demon Hunters, and I Lied to You by Sinners. That's the only ones that's announced winners so far. But yeah, I don't know. I guess nothing really pulling out from this other than Train Dreams popping up, a little surprising. But again, this Miley Cyrus song, it might be, it's got some hype, and the people that have seen the movie they're already kind of doing promotion for it. So they're definitely going to go for this spot. They're going to be some FYC for this spot. So yeah.
I just love that a movie like Train Dreams can be all over the place in all these categories like this, because when you watch that movie, if you guys haven't seen Train Dreams, seriously, take the time to go and watch it if you have access to it. It is so worth your time. It is not like other movies that you've watched this year, because you are just going along for the ride in a person's life in a way that movies usually just don't do, you know? Like,
bro, if you got Netflix like right now, you could probably watch like 6 or 7 fucking movies for the Oscars.
Yeah, straight up, actually. Your Netflix,
and that's including Wake Up Dead Man that comes out this week. So if you wanted a streaming service for a month and you like to churn,
we'll be reviewing that. So if you want to watch another review of ours from this week, if we want to watch a review of us for a movie, if you watched one of our movie reviews recently and you want to see another, we are doing all these Oscar movies, even if we're not seeing them in theaters, because it's absolutely worth it for us to do so. So,
absolutely,
yeah. I mean, this category is so weird. I have a song I want really badly to win, and I just don't think it's happening. But
yeah. I can see this Miley Cyrus thing taking off, so I'm officially moving that into my predictions.
We're doing the fucking credits song from Avatar, dude. Really?
I'm moving that into my my top 5 now for sure.
I know it is part of the editing of the movie. They edited the credits, right? But like, really? Are we
right now? In my predictions, I had
I Lied to You, Golden, for fucking Avatar,
and The Girl in
right?
the Bubble. What's that?
They don't do Avatar post credits, right? Like,
no.
So like, why are people staying? Fucking whatever.
Well,
man.
it's the same thing with Train Dreams. You know, the Train Dream song's a credit scene. It's just how a lot of songs get in. But I think those are my 4 right now. I'm officially putting Dream as one of the 4 of 5
but
I'm
Avatar,
predicting.
Though, I get it for Train Dreams, because that's like a very artistic movie. You might just be like caught up in your feelings at the end of that one and just chilling in the theater. I've had that experience. I don't think that's happened to me after Avatar. I don't care how good it is. Like, I think I'm getting up and throwing those fucking 3D glasses in the dirt. Like
Popcorn Mania. All right, I'm going to briefly run through television.
Sure.
Best TV series drama: Diplomat, Pitt, Pluribus, Severance, Slow Horses, White Lotus.
My assumption would be Pitt, Pluribus. Those would be the strong ones.
I haven't seen a single one of those. So,
the system seems to be for those 2 shows, right? And Pitt was early in the year, and I don't know if it's going to maintain with how good Pluribus has been. So, I mean, I don't know.
I don't even think Pluribus will be finished.
I don't think that
will that matter? I don't know.
I don't think that matters. I think if it's good enough to be nominated, it's good enough to fucking win. You know what I mean?
Best TV musical or comedy: Abbott Elementary, The Bear, Hacks, Nobody Wants This, Only Murders in the Studio. You think the Globes go for the studio?
They could. It's very much like the. I know the Globes is also, the studio is about Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
It's a foreign press organization. They may not care,
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if the Globes are going to go for it.
They are industry people, but are they industry people that care about Hollywood? Don't know,
Yeah. So best TV series limited or anthology: Adolescence, All Her Fault, The Beast in Me, Black Mirror, Dying for Sex, The Girlfriend.
How cool would it be Black Mirror, bro? That's a show that's been around for feels like a decade, and I don't. Yeah. Maybe it has won some limited series awards.
One to lose though, because we're talking 4 only one-shot episodes. Yeah, GG, and it's great. Yeah, they're not fucking missing there. Best performance by a female actor in a TV series drama: Kathy Bates, Matlock. Gotta love Kathy Bates. Britt Lower, Severance. Helen Mirren, Mobland. Bella Ramsey, Last of Us. Kerry Russell, The Diplomat, and Rhea Seehorn, Pluribus.
By the way, I'm not taking anything away from what Bella does in Last of Us Season 2, but what? That show wasn't good. Why is this here?
Yeah. And I can tell you, I didn't think Oscar performance or fucking Golden Globe performance when I saw it, but
Right? That I'm
you
not
never know,
taking anything away from Bella. I think Bella did a
Season one,
fine
absolutely.
job of acting in a shit television show. But like, like I don't think
Awards.
that gets you awards usually, right? Usually it's the other way around. Usually your bad performances in a really good show will get like forgotten about because you're in the good show, right? Like, maybe not bad,
Yeah.
but like middling performances will get like. I'm sure there are years that people won this fucking award or awards like this award because their show had been dominating it for like half a decade, and like there was probably better performances that year, like realistically, like because
Yeah.
they do love to do that with TV. And that's why she's here right now, because I bet she's been nominated for the last few years. And they're just like, well, she was in it, so probably the last few years that she was in stuff. You know what I mean? But like, is Rhea
Best
Seehorn
performance
gonna
by a
win this?
male
I don't
actor
know.
in a drama TV series: Sterling K. Brown, Paradise; Diego Luna, Andor; Gary Oldman, Slow Horses; Mark Ruffalo, Task; Adam Scott, Severance; and Noah Wiley, The Pit. I've heard about all 6 of these performances, so no shock here. We loved Andor. We've heard so much about Sterling K. Brown and Paradise. Adam Scott is Severance. People love the Mark Ruffalo thing. Noah Wiley's probably winning. There's so much great shit there. So
Yeah, Noah
awesome
Wiley
to
is the
see.
lock, I think, still, even though the Pits, I do think, is going to lose some momentum in TV going into next year, unless they just come back with, I don't know if they're planning on doing another season next year. I have no idea, but
Yeah, I think they're filming, so who knows?
So, well, they just might not come out next year. It might be a 2-year show or something like that, like a lot of things are. But assuming that does have another thing next year, it might just be like their shit to not lose anymore, just like how it was with the Bear for forever. Because the way they already talk about it is the way they talked about the Bear and fucking Severance and everything else that dominated for the last like decade. So,
Yeah.
Ruffalo probably will back half of this show if it still sticks around for a number of seasons. We'll probably get awarded for that. Adam Scott always a fucking option. Diego Luna, it sucks that he's always been nominated in years where he just didn't have a chance, huh? Like pretty much.
Good win. Who knows?
He could. I love
Good
it.
win.
It'd be so cool to see Diego Luna give a fucking speech at the goddamn Golden Globes, bro. That would be such a
So
fucking.
now we have the best performances in a musical or comedy with the male and female. We had Kristen Bell, Nobody Wants This; Io Adibri, The
Kristen
Bear.
Bell, man. I loved her when I was younger, like as an actress, just being in everything that I was seeing, and like she's still out there doing shit. Shout out her.
Yeah. Selena Gomez, Only Murders; Natasha Lyonne, Poker Face; Jenna Ortega, Wednesday; Jean Smart, Hacks; no Rachel Sennett for
You
I
saw
Love LA.
Wednesday.
Sad.
What the hell is that? Not is that a justifiable nomination?
I mean,
there?
look, she plays a character she plays that caricature, if you will, for fucking hours on end. It's a performance. If you're talking awards, I mean, you can't see her at all in it ever, and she is the main character, so that'll do it. And then Adam Brody, Nobody Wants This; Steve Martin, Only Murders; Glenn Powell, Chad fucking Powers, let's go; Seth Rogen, The Studio; Martin Short, Only Murders; and Jeremy Allen White, The Bear. A lot of these shows have been around for a while, but yeah, the Glenn Powell one sticks out. He was excited. So, and that'll be it for our TV stuff with the Globes, because all these other ones are like very, very small roles. So, and we don't really cover TV to that extent on our podcast, but we want to hit the main actors there. So, Duke, that being said, let's transition over.
But what you guys do have to do is make this podcast big enough that we eventually get nominated for a Golden Globe for this podcast.
Yeah,
you have to do
see?
that. That's on you.
Some people were hoping Ben Shapiro got nominated just so we can go get roasted all night.
That would be pretty funny.
Would he show up?
He would not show up.
Yeah, no shot in hell. So
he would show up just to leave. Like he'd leave out of protest deliberately on camera. So that type of shit, I feel like.
31st Annual Critics' Choice Awards. We had these nominations the couple days before it. Best Picture: Begonia, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Jay Kelly, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sentimental Value, Sinners, Train Dreams, Wicked for Good. The first one right away that sticks out: It Was Just an Accident. Hello? Huh? You good, Critics' Choice? Are you okay?
Yeah, it is a little wild not seeing that here,
Yeah, it's the only thing it misses. But so
I'm not
worried about it in terms of predictions.
We don't want to be jerks, but like Wicked would be out in that scenario in most other places, right? And we would have that in. Realistically,
Wicked, Jay Kelly. I mean,
either or. Maybe
Jake
even
Kelly doesn't seem
Begonia
to
if you're
have
not
the
feeling
momentum
Begonia.
compared to
We
it
don't
was
know.
just
The
an
Oscars
accident.
might not be feeling Begonia, and everything else here gets in, and then
Begonia.
Begonia's just out. I'm not saying, but I know I pick on Begonia a lot. It just doesn't feel like an Oscar movie to me. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know. Like,
Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, so the ones that were both CCA and Globes, obviously One Battle, Hamnet, Sinners, Sentimental Value, Marty Supreme, and Frankenstein. It was an accident miss. It was just an accident miss, this one, which was weird. But, talk that up to Critics' Choice being Critics' Choice. But you do want to see that Begonia also got Globes and CCA, and that's the only other one. So, again, what does that mean? I think at this point, I might have to put it higher than Jay Kelly. That's kind of what I was going to say earlier. I wanted to wait till we reviewed it here, but I think if all these awards bodies are favoriting it, it's checking every box it needs to. At this point, I think you got to start moving it up. Is it stronger than these other Neon movies? I don't know, but that's the fun thing about this, right? It's an ever-changing fucking story. Begonia was at one point fucking winning Best Picture, and then it was completely out, and then it was back, and then it was out, and now it's back-ish. I don't know.
It is
it's checking
wild that
boxes
people's
though,
initial
dude.
reactions was this is going to win Best Picture with that ending. I mean, it's got the weirdest ending of anything that's in this conversation. I feel like,
Yeah.
Well,
They saw Yorgos, they saw Emma Stone, they all loved Poor Things with it. They saw Jesse Plemons in there
if I'm
again.
Just being real, like Begonia's, at least it's not like if a House of Dynamite was somehow in Begonia's spot, that movie would be chalked because of not having an ending. The ending of Begonia, though, I think will stick out compared to the rest of them, which have pretty neatly tied up endings. Especially, I mean, Frankenstein's might be one of the best of the year. You know what I mean? Like, so
comparing it to all these movies that we've seen, by far the most batshit.
Oh, by far, it's the weird movie for sure. This is like,
is it the substance of this year?
This is the substance of this year. I was gonna say that even has some weird, like, gross, weird shit at the end. You know what I mean? So, like, it could
at this point. At this point,
it's a lock because it was a lock this early. We didn't realize it, but it was pretty much a lock at this point. The substance was getting in.
It's definitely time to start moving it up the list. So, yeah. Best Director: PTA, Coogler, Guillermo, Safdie, Trier, and Chloe Zhao. The misser here was Jafar Panahi missing.
That's
what?
Probably not going to be. That is kind of insane.
What is up with the CCA Critics' Choice in this movie, bro? What the fuck happened here?
And there was a little bit of this on the Globes as well. There was one movie, I can't remember what it was, that they didn't really want to nominate on that one.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be that way for everything. Certain little biases.
It's so far looking like this is the only one that felt this way about this movie, so that's why I'm not losing an ounce of confidence in it over this.
That's what it is.
But it does suck, because if everyone's giving him his flowers, you're nominating 6 directors here.
Charlie. Guillermo was in the other one, but they took somebody out, and they took Safdie out in that one, right? And then they put fucking Safdie in this one, and they put Guillermo in this one, and they take out fucking...
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, this is what's going to happen on some of these shows, by the way. Prepare for this over the next few weeks, or however long it is before we get the next nominations. Over the next nomination releases, there will be many times where the shows decide to do this. Somebody else didn't get nominated, and it won't be a direct response to this or anything, but someone will have not been nominated on one show. It'll stand out. We'll be like, that's weird. Is this a shot across the bow? And then an even crazier shot comes across the bow a week later because that person gets back in, but then another person is out. And it's like, okay, so what does that mean? So you have to be like, I think I did a really good job of explaining this last year, so I guess this is probably as good of a time as ever to do this. You have to be willing to take everything with a grain of salt while also taking everything seriously, because all of this could have an effect. I mean, we don't know how seriously. I mean, I don't know for a fact that Oscar voters even look at these other nominations. I'm sure they see them, but do they look at them and does it matter to them? Does it affect how they view it? I don't know. If you're human, I don't know how it doesn't. But if you're also, you might be intentionally not looking at stuff like that so that you don't influence your own opinion until you have your votes in.
Yeah. Do you just wait till the short list comes out and you only watch those? Who knows?
Agreed. Yeah. What do you do? I don't know. But for us personally, it's looking a certain way so far, and so that's what the information we're going to give you. So keep that in mind. Of course, we could always.
There's definitely a definitive 7 for.
Keep in mind,
for
though,
director.
When we got to the Oscars last year, we were pretty on the money, minus a few things we were just kind of putting out there that we were hoping happened. Like, And that was just in our
The
personal
thing we completely missed out on was we bought into a lot of the critics' bodies nominating Sing Sing as high as they did for it
We
to
also
only
thought
get actor.
Conclave
It didn't even
had
get supporting
some
actor.
strong Conclave we thought was going to be really strong too.
Yeah. And that's why it won BAFTA. So, you know, we
Yeah.
knew Conclave wasn't going to fucking
That's
go into
why
that
we
night.
so for sure going into the Oscars that it was going to win a bunch, and it just did.
Mhm.
It didn't even win any Oscars. I don't think it did it? I can't remember.
I don't know. It didn't win editing. It didn't even get
That was the one
nominated
we
for
thought
editing.
for
It had the
sure
best
that it
editing
didn't
all
get
season.
nominated for editing, and we were like, well, "This is fucking insane." And then like we thought maybe
Easily the best editing
maybe
last
they'll
year.
give
to
it
me.
Best Picture then, and they'll not. 'Cause we were like, we didn't know. That was a year we walked into that not knowing. We thought Anora was with the tea leaves where Anora as the show was coming, like as it was coming about around, but like we didn't actually know. You know, like we didn't for sure
Yeah.
know.
It's like, oh, they love Honora. Got it. Feel that. Okay, so actor. I think Critics' Choice nailed the top 6 here because I believe this is the top 6 right now. Timothy Chalamet, Marty Supreme, Leonardo DiCaprio, One Battle, Joel Edgerton, Train Dreams, Ethan Hawke, Blue Moon, Michael B. Sinners, and Wagner Moore, The Secret Agent.
If every other awards show that has 5 does this, I'm fine with that.
Picks 5 of these 6. It makes you wonder who's on the outs. I think you're going to have a lot of the 5th battle being Ethan versus Joel.
I hate to say it. As much as I think Joel's performance is better than Ethan's, it's probably Joel because it's like it's a weird
I would agree.
movie,
I think I'd have
so,
Ethan in over Joel right now. I think just based on what we've been seeing, I think I'd have to predict him in over him.
Like Joel's movie relies much more on his performance than Ethan's does. I think you could get somebody else to play that role probably that Ethan Hawke plays in Blue Moon, but I don't know.
And Ethan Hawke has won 2 of the critics things. He's won the LA and the TFCA. You know,
that doesn't hurt you. If you're good, you're good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
again, they're checking boxes where they need to. I think that's just going to come down to the day of the Oscars. How much
this
do they
is
love
one of those
Train
tea leaves
Dreams?
we were reading already. These two, after we saw the movies they were in, we saw them back to back in the same week too. I want to say, or at least within like a couple of weeks of each other. Within 2 weeks, we saw these 2 performances, and we're like, why is nobody talking about these? And of course, now they are. You know.
Yep.
Well, they were talking about Ethan Hawke already, but we didn't know.
Now, sure enough,
he wasn't getting the nomination. It was weird. Ethan Hawke was getting the talk, but not the nomination. It was weird. Like, yeah, whatever. He's getting him now, so it doesn't really matter. Maybe they hadn't seen.
And this is Critics' Choice fired a big fucking warning shot for the Wicked fans here. Lead actress Jessie Buckley, Hamnet, Rose Byrne, If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, Chase Infinity, One Battle After Another, Renette Rhines, Sentimental Value, Amanda Seyfried, Testament of Anne Lee, Emma Stone, Begonia. We said if they started not to care for Wicked, the person that was going to suffer first was Cynthia because she's the lead of the movie. She didn't make the top 6 at critics. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still have her at number 5 for the Oscars right now. I don't know if, but that being said, I think Jessie Buckley, Rose Byrne, Renette, and Emma Stone are your top 4 right now, with Cynthia, Amanda, Chase Infinity, Jennifer Lawrence, maybe Kate Hudson. Is Kate Hudson a thing? Who knows, right? But we saw this coming. We're Wicked fans.
Oh,
it sucks,
one of my favorite
but
movies
it's
of the
here.
year. It's going to be in my top 5, maybe in my top 10. No, I mean, I think I already bumped it on my top 10, but whatever. It'll be in my top 15 probably. But like, here's the thing, and this is the thing that's going to kill Wicked at the Oscars, dude. It'll get nominated for a lot of low line shit, a lot of shit, maybe in general. If it doesn't get nominated for any performances, which it's not looking like it's going to kill the movie, I think, because so much of that movie is in the performances, and if nothing's nominated, it's not going to stick in people's minds. I just don't think, at least the people that are voting. Yeah. So I think if it doesn't get any performances, dude, it might be dead for Best Picture too. Like, I don't know how you get the Best Picture and win if you don't have any performances nominated. If your technicals are potentially gonna get beat out by Frankenstein, and maybe even your costumes.
This is where it's really and Critics' Choice gave it Best Picture too.
What if it loses costumes to Hamnet, set design to fucking Frankenstein, and then fucking song to fucking something else? You know what I mean? Like
song to Avatar,
dude. Yeah, exactly. What if all those things happen? Does it win anything at that point? Like,
might be going home with not much.
Like, that's crazy to me, you know? Maybe it only
I'm still
wins
confident
song.
Wicked's going to get nominated for a couple things, but...
Well, yeah, but it might not be anything above the line, dude. Like...
No. Hopefully Ariana, but at this point...
Well,
as
where
we're about
is
to get
she
into,
in this?
I was going to say, as we're about to get into here, So
That's what I'm
supporting
saying.
actor.
I looked ahead. I was like, wait a minute. I don't remember seeing her either. And I was right. She's not in. I don't think she was in either of
No,
these.
no, she's in this one.
Oh, is she?
Yeah. So supporting actor, it's the same top 6. Again, I think it's very solidified. These are your top 6 for supporting actor.
There she is. Never mind.
I'll go over it just one more time. Benicio del Toro, 1 battle. Jacob Elordi, Frankenstein. Paul Mescal, Hamnet. Sean Penn, 1 battle. Adam Sandler, Jay Kelly, and Stellan Skarsgård, Sentimental Value. Supporting actress. This has been one of the most interesting fucking awards to follow because it keeps changing everywhere we go.
Yeah, true.
Elle Fanning, Sentimental Value. Ariana Grande, Wicked for Good. Inga, Ibsdottir Lilias for Sentimental Value. Amy Madigan, Weapons. Wunmi Mosaku for Sinners. And Tiana Taylor, 1 battle. So,
look, this is the problem for Ariana. I don't know if there's anyone that's going to bump her out. She'll probably still get in, right? That's probably a solid nomination. I think she's the weakest of the fucking category, dude. I haven't seen Sentimental, but I don't know how fucking you beat out any of these as Ariana in that movie, dude. It's really great. But I'm going to say something
She's
unpopular.
my favorite performance of the ones we've seen, too.
What's crazy, too, is it's crazy. I'm going to say something unpopular. She's in supporting. She was the fucking... Look, both movies have a lead that is not the same as the other movie. It's not like Cynthia's fucking 2 movies, I don't think. I think much more in the second movie that is
I got to imagine the screen time when that stat comes out.
Yeah, actually, it's probably pretty even, but across both. If you compare it across both movies, they probably have a pretty similar amount of time. But like, it's not one movie, so that doesn't matter. You know, like they're given more time each in the first movie for Cynthia, and I'm not saying Cynthia's in not enough of the movie in the second one. I'm saying there are definitely sequences where we leave Cynthia behind and we go and we're with Ariana specifically for a while. You know,
this would be a page
by the way,
on last year.
We didn't do that in the first movie. I don't remember there being sequences in Wicked where we went and just spent time with Ariana, only her, and unless it was for like a brief sequence and then we jumped back. We had like, I think at least 20-30 minutes where we started with we started off with her, followed her to a thing, and then Cynthia showed up. I'm pretty sure that happened at one point. So, you know, like, I think with the Fiero thing, I want to say, right? But like, I don't know, man. Like, it's a good performance. I don't want to shit on it, but I feel so...
It's my favorite performance of the bunch here still.
It's a great performance. So, I just feel so... Again, these other
not
things.
Seen Sentimental Value.
Yeah, again, we don't know what those 2 performances in Sentimental are like, but the fact that they're both in here scares the shit out of me for Ariana. You know, like,
yeah.
And I mean,
if she does get bumped out, I think
Wunmi
Mosaku's gaining a lot of momentum right now. That could be the one to bump her out.
I love her. Tiana's obviously like solidifying herself, and then Amy fucking Madigan is also starting to solidify herself. I mean, dude, what?
So as we're seeing across the board here, Inga, Amy, Tiana, Ariana, and Elle all got Globes and CCA. So, yeah,
that's starting to define itself pretty well. You know, we'll have to look at some more ones.
I think Wunmi Mosaku is becoming the 6th here. She won the Gothams.
Or what if they just literally like it's Tiana or her, and that's like the 5th, and a lot of these ones that only have 5. That would make a lot of sense, you know.
She could be, and then got to keep an eye out, like we said for men's with Andrew Scott, Nina Haas for a supporting role in Hedda. She won the TFCA, which is the Toronto Films Critics Association. She won that. So, again, worth mentioning because, you know, it sticks out. So, yeah. She, like, going from not really being on a lot of radars to winning the Toronto Film Critics Association. Nina Haas added to the fucking books.
It's the kind of thing that we talked about this across these last couple of ones that we've done, but like it's the kind of thing that like being there is significant enough in and of itself. Like because their
picking up wins is at these smaller places means people are loving it.
Like think about it, your performance hasn't been nominated anywhere, but then you win. You know, like
fucking win against all these people are eligible.
Again, that's what I'm saying. You got to imagine they did compare this performance to the other performances. It's not like they didn't, you know, unless they had some really weird rules about what was submittable, which sometimes that does happen, but it doesn't matter because you still.
I can tell you right now, one battle after another won their best picture. So
So it was competing against the Elizabeth Performance System.
Yeah, guaranteed Tiana Taylor had to compete against her, and Amy Madigan was the runner-up. So
yeah,
there you go.
There were some legit performances that they actually considered. I love that was the runner-up they had too. That means they really broke it down and got down to the nitty-gritty on that one, because that's a very.
So I guess it's stuff like that has to move head up the list, I guess, in terms of priority to watch.
You would hope, yeah.
Gotta see these performances. Original screenplay.
This is
Jay Kelly,
one.
Marty Supreme, Sinners, Weapons, Sorry Baby, and Sentimental Value. I think these are your comfortable top 6 with what we've been doing, but I lie because it was just an accident. It was not here. What the fuck? But yeah, no, it's our top 7 for the most part. We've always kind of been saying Weapons, Sorry Baby, or maybe duking it out for that last spot, maybe with Jay Kelly kind of fighting for that last spot.
I love Sorry Baby, one of my favorite movies of the year, and I'm so glad that Eva Victor gets nominated here. But
absolutely,
I think Weapons has.
She's crushing it.
Yeah, I think Weapons has a stronger.
This should hopefully put her on more radars
based on this. Now, I'm not saying that they couldn't do the work and get Eva Victor in. They could, but I think it's a way easier path for Zach Cregger to get it for Weapons here. To be honest with you, this nomination. Sorry Baby probably gets this nomination even if Weapons isn't here. I'll be honest with you. I don't know if Weapons gets it if Sorry Baby is just there, Weapons could have just been completely missed here, and then it's maybe doesn't get it at all, because who even.
Can I be honest? I think there's a world where Weapons could fucking win this. I think there will be critics' bodies that say, you know what? That script was as tight as it could possibly fucking be. Fuck it. They'll be the ones being like, you know what? Let's just do it. We'll have one. We can award one battle in Adapted. If we don't want to be, because I think what's going to happen is a lot of people are going to give this to Sinners. Well deserved, right? Yeah. I think right now it would be my favorite to win.
It's so tough.
I think at the Oscars, it would be my pick to win. But I think you'll have some awards bodies being like, Weapons, man. This is Zach Cregger. He's kind of doing a new thing here.
That's the thing, though. They start doing that, and it's going to start taking some of that momentum away from Sinners. So if that happens, Weapons could win the goddamn Oscar.
It could. But Sinners is so strong. I'm just thinking, if there's a world where it starts,
dude. I'm not saying it'll guarantee it's going to win, but if it starts winning some of these bigger shows over Sinners, if it gets into some of these bigger shows, maybe if it gets into one of them over Sinners somehow, that could be insane.
Hasn't picked up any wins yet, but I'm just keeping that eye open.
This is so massive. That was when I was going through this, I saw Zach Cregger Weapons, and I kind of freaked out a little bit. I was like, "Excuse me."
It's so good, and Sorry Baby, easy to root for. When you guys watch Sorry Baby, if you have, and then you do the research, and you're like, "Oh, Eva Victor directed this. Eva Victor wrote this, and Eva Victor's the lead actress." I'm so glad awards bodies are on acknowledging that work. I can't wait to see what she does in her career. And her next movie, she's already acting for Tony Gilroy. So, let's fucking go, man. I think she could be. Keep an eye out, to say the least. So, adapted screenplay. One Battle, Train Dreams, No Other Choice, Frankenstein, Begonia, Hamnet. I think it's safe to say is our comfortable top 6 for the most part that we've been really going through. I was really hoping to see Wake Up Dead Man get one of these.
What do you really like here? Because obviously with Dead Man's probably in our minds, I think Dead Man is still kind of what we think might be winning the Oscar if it's as good as we think it is. But
winning the Oscar, no, One Battle until it loses momentum.
I don't know, dude, because it's we're talking about the screenplay. One Battle screenplay is incredible, but
correct.
That is everything with those movies. And they haven't even nominated.
My pick would be Hamnet, but I think right now it's.
What would I pick?
That's what I'm thinking.
If I was picking right now on give me my Oscar ballot, I love One Battle. I'm not giving it to One Battle. I'm going between Hamnet and fucking Frankenstein, because to me, I think those are two fucking just absolute fucking behemoth scripts. And we're talking about adapted. I know it doesn't actually have to fucking be adapting anything. That's not how that works, but or generally you find out that it's a weird adaptation of some bootleg that it wasn't actually adapting shit. They just named, they needed
That's why Barbie had to go under adapted because of the Playhouse thing. There was a toy about it.
Yeah, technically, if there's technically some source material, you gotta go into adapted, I guess. It must be the rule, right?
Yeah.
So anyway,
I like seeing no other choice get in here, though.
that is cool. That might be the thing I'm pushing for in this category. If it does end up making a run in this category, I don't think it will. I don't think it's really had a lot of talk in screenplay specifically, but it could get in. I mean, I'm going to be rooting for that movie's performance at the very least, I think, once I see it. Anyway, and if I was picking between Frankenstein and Hamnet, I would probably go Hamnet. I would probably have One Battle just barely getting like third there between those two. Going for my, because I like One Battle, but I think I like it less over time. I don't know why. I just, not like I'm like disliking the movie now, but I just think I like other things more. I
think, look, how it's felt with this award season, people have been really trying to say, oh, it's not Oppenheimer. This is how a lot of people felt about Oppenheimer. It's just, once it keeps winning everything, and you can almost say Benicio's doing the same thing.
Once it does that, if it starts fucking winning everything and Benicio wins every fucking supporting award, then I'll just have to accept it like I did with fucking Emilia Perez last year.
That's what predictions-wise, I'm not moving it off of number one until something changes. But, I mean, it's just that same idea. I would like to see some others really start to steal some spotlight and maybe make it a little more interesting.
By the way, when are we going to lock our predictions? I assume it'll be like way closer to Oscars, but I mean, like,
yeah.
Do you want to like do like pre, like when we're just like maybe once, I don't know, what award show would you want to be? We have the nominations at minimum for before we start like putting together anything, because we could do some like mock stuff, like just kind of like, oh, where are we feeling right now,
Yeah. Like predictions to win for like the Golden Globes, for example, or the Critics' Choice when those start.
When those get a little bit closer, because these are weird.
And then we'll have our own award though, because so we've done for a couple of years. We do our top 10 movies of the year, but when we do that this year, we will also do kind of our own Oscar type thing. So it'll be our own casting our own ballots before the nominations happen of what we would have. So
yes, yeah,
because that'll change it. Because once we get the nomination for the Oscars,
that'll absolutely change what we were predicting. Yeah, 100%.
We have our own predictions for that, and then we have our own ballot as if we were a voter, and that was really fun last year. We kept the information, so I made sure to store that. So that was really fun last year to do that. But yeah, no, we'll definitely do our own, cast our own stuff, and
that's the thing. I think there'll be a period of there's not a lot of like all the nominations that
can get really interesting
out,
too.
And we can just run like derivations on what we think could happen. Like, oh, what if Begonia just goes on a run and wins 7 Oscars? That'd be insane. It won't happen, but what if it did? Like,
what if it did?
We could create that scenario. You know what I mean? Like,
young performer. We had Everett Blunk, The Plague.
What's the most Begonia can win? Like 3? Like it could get like a screenplay, maybe it won't win Best Picture, like a screenplay and maybe an actor, and maybe it could win both actors if they both got nominated, right? I guess
score. I mean,
okay, score and then an actor. Yeah, that would be 3, right? Maybe 4 if they could get both actors in somehow, but that's not happening. So
it's not looking good for Plemons, surprisingly. So
he looked stronger earlier in the year, which is so fascinating. But there's a lot of good performances this year, so it's the way that it is. Joel Edgerton is making a run. He's going for it.
Yeah. Young performer, Everett Blunk, The Plague, Miles Catt in Sinners, Carrie Christopher Weapons, Shannon Mahina Gorman for Rental Family, Jacoby Jupe Hamnet, Nina Yee, Left-Handed Girl. All these performances we've seen are all awesome. So just haven't seen The Plague or Left-Handed Girl. So
yeah, to me, this is there. Jacoby Jupe to lose until I see otherwise. I mean, Miles in this category. But the thing is, and we said this while we were like talking pre-recording. I mean, it's probably going to Miles here, but I mean, at the Globes at the Critics to be clear. But actually, do we have to start considering the kid from Weapons, because he was pretty good too? Like,
he deserved this nomination. Same with Shannon from Rental Family.
No, agreed. Yeah,
but they're not going to beat Miles or Jacoby.
But like, do we have to start considering them on some of these lower shows? Because like, I mean, they really like Weapons a lot. Clearly,
and I think Left-Handed Girl too. Got to really keep an eye out for her. So
but anyway, to me, I like Jacoby was like so much of what made that movie so fucking beautiful. Like, fuck, man. Like, I haven't seen a child performance like that since, like, and I compared it to him. People are gonna think, oh, what do you mean? But dude, the kid in fucking The Witch. I haven't felt emotions from a child performance like since then. I don't know how to describe it. Like, anyway,
Future's insanely bright.
Yes.
Casting an ensemble. What is casting? Well,
What
they
is
answered
casting?
it. Hamnet, Jay Kelly, Marty Supreme, One Battle, Sinners, and Wicked for
Okay,
Good.
let's try and say what is casting. All of these movies, it's not just one person or two people. It is the entire cast. Sinners, Wicked, fucking Marty Supreme. Who all's in Marty Supreme again? I don't even remember. Like,
well, there's just a lot of supporting performances that have impactful roles on the movie. It's
sure. I mean, that
the
could
same
be
thing
what
as
we're
Jay
looking
Kelly.
for.
Think of it as Jay Kelly. You have your main three,
that's what
and then a
I'm
bunch
kind
of good
thinking.
supporting.
Yeah, that's why Jay Kelly is. It's just a bunch of really
It's your
good
main
supporting
three and
performances
then a bunch of
underneath
really
an incredible
good
performance
small
by George
roles.
Clooney. So that's probably the same vibe. You're probably right about that. And then One Battle is obviously one incredible performance after another. You know.
Yeah, I don't see
Like what I
how
did there.
anything can beat One Battle or Sinners. I did. In terms of when you think of casting, there's just no fucking way.
You know what I think
How
the
could you
advantage
beat
that
Sinners?
Sinners has over fucking One Battle in this category, though, is that I think Sinners, every performance from every side character is pretty much A+. I think there's some very short, like not given enough time performances from some of the lesser characters that are even being, I mean, we're hearing like all kinds of people being potentially nominated out of this movie, you know? But like
I'm not going to be
Sinners has
shocked
the
if it
same
goes
thing.
to either of these because I think both of them, in terms of what I would think casting is,
Well,
they
think about it.
fucking nailed
These
it.
two movies, One Battle and Sinners, both have random third and fourth actors that were supporting that were that were like not expected to be nominated for Best Supporting that are maybe going
they
to be
both have
nominated for
debut
Best Supporting.
stars. So does
Yep.
Hamnet actually, with
Yep.
Chase Infinity and Miles Catton.
Yeah, so
They
I
have
mean,
so many big side
is this
roles.
is this what they're looking
famous
for?
actors?
You get a new actor that's really good. You cast a really young actor that's really good. You cast a really like solid cast of really stellar actors around them. And
Well, who knows? Because if you look at Wicked here, that's like 6 fucking people. That's it. Wicked doesn't have a lot of small roles. Wicked is your main cast, and that's it.
Yeah, I know it is literally the same 6 characters from the first movie. You're right. So yeah,
So,
I mean,
so it's like
yeah,
it might actually be like 8, but
no,
still,
it's 8 because you could include
it's
the
very
wizard
condensed
and
if you
the witch.
compare it to these other ones, which is very heavy and then a lot of small ones. Wicked doesn't have that. There's so many non-speaking lines in Wicked. So many characters
So
with like
something
little
like
to no
Wicked,
speaking.
So could Avatar. I mean, I don't know what the cast of Avatar is like, but it's got probably a solid one. You know, like I mean,
I just don't see what they're doing with motion capture. I have no idea.
is that even?
I never
casting?
know what they're doing.
Are they actually even mocapping anything? Is anyone actually there? Is it just?
Oh, they definitely are.
recording?
Yeah, they definitely are. It's a definite achievement in filmmaking, but
It is, but like, at what point do
Who
they
knows?
just cut their losses and say we could do all of this without fucking having
Yeah.
to pay people $1 million a week to be there?
at
you know,
the
like,
rate AI's going, you're gonna have people fucking making Avatar movies speaking into a fucking prompt in 2 years.
literally.
Fuck's sake.
What happens
Best
when the first
comedy.
AI movie? Oh, never mind. Sorry, Brutalist already won Oscars.
Best comedy, The
That was a
Ballad of
throwback
Wallace
joke to
Island.
last year. If you didn't watch last year's coverage, that was a fucking meme that
I
we
liked it.
joke about on this podcast. That fucking AI Brutalist was an AI movie because they used some AI buildings in the background of a few shots.
Eternity, Friendship, Naked Gun, Phoenician Scheme, and Splitsville. I didn't even know they did an award like this. It's kind of cool.
I mean, what if Naked Gun wins this? That'd be fucking sick, dude. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'm just
Award-winning
going to
movie,
assume.
a winner, a participant in an award-winning movie. Fucking. Oh,
I'm
Jesus.
just going to assume the Wes Anderson movie wins this. The Phoenician Scheme. That'd be my guess. I have no
That one
fucking
had a little bit of vibes when it came out, didn't it? I want to say
Yeah.
like, people were like, "Oh, look at this," and I don't remember hearing it.
Yeah, I hate to break hearts. I am not a Wes Anderson guy. One of the only directors I don't care for. I respect the fuck out of his style. I respect it.
I think
It's
there are
just
some
not for
Wes
me.
Anderson movies I like. I'd have to look really quickly.
I like the Grand Budapest Hotel. It's the only one I liked
That's
in
the
that
one
style.
I haven't seen. I think, and that's,
Every one of the other ones in that
Wes
style,
Anderson.
just not for me.
what has he done? That I like?
Arco, animated feature. Arco, Elio, In Your Dreams, K-pop Demon Hunters, Little Amelie, and Zootopia 2. So kind of our main 4 there, and then In Your Dreams, and I guess just In Your Dreams. So, and
I actually haven't seen anything of his, but I'm aware of Isle of Dogs, Grand Budapest Hotel, and Fantastic Mr. Fox. I want to say Isle of Dogs was nominated in 2018. And yeah, so one of those nominated people that you just hear about, so you assume they're good. Kind of like how I've been with Guillermo for years now, basically.
Yeah. Production design, Fantastic Four, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, Sinners, and Wicked for Good. No real shocks in there, but it's cool to see Fantastic Four getting a little love in places. Shout out to
Fantastic
comic book
Four,
movie.
good.
Cinematography, F1, bang, Frankenstein,
Whoa!
Hamnet, One Battle, Sinners, and Train Dreams. People love the fucking action shots, man.
Look, man, we talked about this. I do believe we said that. I think they did. Did they? Look it up again. Did they nominate? I think they nominated Top Gun for this category. I want to say.
So.
So, I mean, to be fair, it is a fucking cinematic achievement.
I could see
what
any
Claudio
of these six
Miranda
winning.
does in these fucking sports / fucking, fucking insane fucking action shot movies. Like,
it's so good. Yeah, I could see any of these six winning. They're all fucking epic and for different reasons. So
I'll be rooting for Hamnet for personal reasons, but Train Dreams I'll also be rooting for, and Sinners might just win everything because God only knows that movie's got insane cinematography in it. It might have the best scene.
Yeah. Costume design, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Hedda, Kiss of the Spider-Woman, Sinners, Wicked for Good. Good stuff there. More Hedda popping up on the radar. Editing. A House of Dynamite. Whoa. F1.
I hate they cut out the ending.
Marty
That's
Supreme.
bold.
One Battle After Another. The Perfect Neighbor, which is a documentary. And Sinners.
We may hate it, but that is an editing choice, because I guarantee they had something. There's no fucking way they didn't have an ending to that movie written. There's no way.
And with this award, I dare I say feel as good about Conclave.
I have to get into screenplay for that reason too, because of the balls. I mean, come on, like
it's true. One Battle After Another here seems to be across the board doing very well in this category.
I mean, I would imagine it's all in the edit in that sequence at the end, right on the road. I would think.
Oh yeah, dude.
I don't actually know. We'll have to see.
Hair and makeup.
Well, actually,
28 years later,
frames in a scenario like that, I would think, because of how much there's going on in a shot like that, it would be to make it feel as smooth as it does, because it probably would just look like up, down, up, down. But if you removed certain frames, I bet in that shot, it would probably add that frenetic nature to the fucking rolling of the hills that you see. I could be just fucking talking out of my ass here, but I think maybe I'm not, because I do know a little bit about cameras.
Hair and makeup 28 years later, Frankenstein, Sinners, Smashing Machine, Weapons, Wicked for Good. No surprises there. Sound, They Like Loud, F1, Frankenstein, One Battle, Sinners, Surratt, and Warfare. 3 loud movies. One Battle and Sinners are in
everything. Give it to Warfare. Give it for Warfare for the boom.
No kidding. Visual effects, Avatar, Fire and Ash. That's your winner. F1, Frankenstein, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, and Sinners and Superman getting in.
Do you think after that movie came out, they had, I mean, maybe in this category, but do you think they were like, fuck it, we're going to get nominated for something?
Who?
Mission Impossible.
Oh, yeah, right. Fuck it. Why not?
I mean, they usually do get in there for these lower categories, so, I mean, hey, why not?
Yeah. Score, F1. Guys, Critics' Choice and Golbs. Come on. Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, so some more techno. One Battle and Sinners. God, One Battle, Sinners, and Hamnet. Just every nomination. Song. God, this is a weird one. Drive by Ed Sheeran and F1. I haven't seen that anywhere. Even when people mention a song from F1, they usually mention the Tate McRae song or the Rosé song, not Drive. That was random. Golden, K-pop Demon Hunters, I Lied to You, Sinners. Clothed by the Sun, that's the Testament of Ann Lee song. That's the song that they even released and did a Daniel and Amanda Seyfried did a piano version of it. Train Dreams by Train Dreams and The Girl in the Bubble. So a couple random ones, but nothing big there. And then foreign language film, the big note here was no sentimental value because it had to be, because there's English in sentimental value. So Belen from Amazon, It Was Just an Accident, Neon. Left-Handed Girl, Netflix, No Other Choice, Neon, Secret Agent, Neon, and Surratt, Neon.
I think it's fair to say Neon's probably winning this category in this particular show. If they don't, it'd be kind of really funny, honestly, if they pick one of the other non-Neon movies. It would be pretty fucking funny. That'd be Neon would be like, what the fuck, man? Why'd you nominate 4 of our fucking movies?
What happened here? What happened was... Yeah.
Does that actually hurt you? Do you think in a category having 4 of your fucking movies? I don't know. I
don't know.
You think it would give you a better chance to win, but does it actually not? Does that make them look at the other movies harder? I don't know.
So we kind of teased it up at the beginning of we have our locked 7 for Best Picture. So after going through all that information, as of today, what are we currently predicting for the other three? Well, One Battle After Another, Hamnet, Sinners, Sentimental Value, Marty Supreme, Frankenstein, It Was Just an Accident. That's your top 7. As of today, the number 8 movie. Not shifting off of it just because the Globes didn't really love it. Jay Kelly sitting at number 8. Still feel pretty good about the American film industry enjoying it. And the guilds, I really think the guilds are going to like this movie. I'm not too worried about that. But the fact that that's number 8 has to be acknowledged. The one that's officially back at number 9, I think, is Begonia. I think Begonia is back at number 9. And then at number 10, I'm putting The Secret Agent. I think The Secret Agent's finally in the top 10. Honestly, I could put The Secret Agent at number 8 and then J. Kelly, Begonia, but that's, whether here or there. I think as of today, Duke, there's been 5 that have kind of separated themselves going for those 3 spots. And that is J. Kelly, No Other Choice, The Secret Agent, Train Dreams, and Begonia. I think those 5 have started to create a clear path for those remaining 3 spots. So
I think I would agree with everything you just said, because the big thing to me is The Secret Agent is no longer ignorable. I don't think it was ever really ignorable, the performance at the very minimum from Wagner Moura, but like other than that, I think it wasn't able to be ignored, and I think it's really starting to do you know what this is starting to remind me of? And you're going to 1,000,000% agree. Do you remember the campaign that All We Imagine Is Light started to have around this time last year? And how we hadn't fucking seen it, but we were like, oh my God, if this movie is this good, we have to fucking see this,
Yeah.
We didn't end up seeing it till post-Oscars, I don't believe, but, or very close to. It was very close if it was. I don't remember. I think it might have been post, though. Either way.
The fact that it's picking up foreign language film victories, like, we're talking, that's beating out.
It's a very
Sentimental Value. That's beating out It Was Just an Accident.
There was something else very strong in foreign language. Oh, it was beating out Amelia. No, last year. It was beating out Amelia Perez in some places, I want to say. Like, which sounded insane to a lot of people that were like pretty sure Amelia Perez was winning everything, but maybe I don't have that exactly right, but there was like hype around it to potentially beat Amelia Perez because of how I know All We Imagine picked up some wins, as well as the other movie I can't remember the name of. All right, No Other Choice was also really
the problem that
strong.
All We Imagine kept running into is India wouldn't push the movie.
That was the issue, because they wanted to push something else instead. I forget what it was.
Yep.
But yeah,
because they didn't like how it criticized India.
Which, I mean, similar problem for another person in the Oscars this year.
Yeah,
not direct criticism, but it's the way they do.
Yeah, like All We Imagine was winning Best International Film at multiple fucking.
Okay, I was right about
places.
that. I thought so. Yeah,
it won Los Angeles, it won New York, it won the Gotham. It was winning a bunch of them, but it wasn't getting nominated for the Oscar.
But yeah, that was true. That was the path. And this, it's not winning, but it's getting nominated for a lot of these things. And so it's.
And I think we might see, if we're talking Oscars, you could just point to the Brazil movie last year, I'm Still Here.
It got a lot of momentum.
And then it shocked the fucking world and got in the Oscar Best Picture. No one saw that coming. As of today, no one would have had that on their Oscar predictions.
To see this movie, bro.
Yeah, like 6-7 weeks later. So
6-7?
Yeah, that's where I'm at with our stuff as we've kind of been talking through it. I'm even switching it up in my head right now, but that's the fun part of all this. I think The Secret Agent has to be in the 10. If it's taught us anything, and you know what, Begonia might be above J. Kelly, I don't know. But either way, I think Wicked and Avatar are out, which creates so many fucking honestly awesome scenarios. So we don't need sequels. Honestly, we don't need them. We don't fucking need them. If you're not even going to barely acknowledge Dune 2, which is almost as good of a sequel as you can get.
No, literally.
We don't need them. Let's get fucking more fun movies in here, like The Secret Agent, like No Other Choice, like a fucking Begonia, for fuck's sake. Train Dreams, right? Train Dreams has a shot. Is Netflix going fucking for 3 movies?
That'd be fucking
J. Kelly,
cool.
Train Dreams, and Frankenstein? Is Neon going for 4. Sentimental value, it was just an accident, secret agent, no other choice. Are we gonna have 4 fucking Neon movies in Best Picture?
This is when they got to start making choices, man. Because, like, yeah, they want to go for everything, but does that ruin your chances to win anything? I don't know. Like,
in other words, keep an eye on what Neon buys next year, because what the fuck? So that's it for us today, guys. Thank you so much for checking out this show, and we will catch you guys on we got some more award stuff coming up, but either way, we just reviewed Hamnet, just reviewed Jay Kelly. We got a whole bunch more coming out. If you're here for Oscar stuff, hit the follow on whatever platform you're around. I mean, you just stayed for like an 80+ minute podcast. So thanks for hanging out with us, just talking about shit we love. This is our favorite time of the year, and we really
tell
get to
us
dive
in the
into
comments on Spotify or whatever podcast platform that allows comments if you're on one that does. And let us know. We're just tweet us at Bane Duke at O'Charlie with an X instead of an A on Blue Sky. What your sleeper picks are, what are your locks right now that you already think you know for sure are making it to the Oscars? What do you think is going to fall off and have like a campaign failure and just not make it? And you know, do you think Marty Supreme is dead in the water before it's even come out? I don't know. Well, you might have that thought. I don't know.
Yeah. We don't know. We can tell you right now, though, Fox is not going to go silently into the fucking night. So keep an eye out for Fox. They will not give up. I can promise you that. So that being said, thank you so much. And we will catch you guys on the flip side.